A lot of DoD agents and people working in the Department of Defense or the Pentagon, let me just say that, working in the Pentagon, were part of this clientele that were buying this child porn. The numbers they were talking about is within the 5,000. 5,000 for that one website or something like, and only 3,000 of them were kind of looked over. It's crazy. I don't think anything happened to them. So you see the reality. Those are the people really working this program, or not even working, that really in charge, like really are the movers and shakers. These people are just the hundreds of thousands they can employ anytime, and replaceable. They get those like perhaps limited, like those people here, those perps I'm hearing, I'm interacting with, they're not the big shots. Okay, I understand, but you don't need like everything here is just they have a system. There's children literally involved in this. I don't think the next door 14-year-old kid is the one running this program. Obviously. So I know that there's actually people in the Pentagon, those are like the true people in charge of this. And those people, there's a bunch of pedophiles in these agencies. It's true. There's a lot of problem with this thing, and there's a pattern of it. We're talking about 5,000, and that was just an accidental finding. That's by accident. These people will try to bust, this like website and try to a bunch of people around the world. What they find out, oh man, it's just in the Pentagon. That's what it was in the Boston Globe. Just like, the Catholic Church. That's the reality. And so they like to call me, oh, I'm your you're our pedos. You're our pedo. I was like, no. Your pedos. I imploring you. Your job is to make me like your pedos. And then calling war. They've been telling me how horrible my life is going to be, how I'm going to be tortured, and I do believe it. Because can you imagine dealing with this? Can you imagine dealing with the reality of, like, this is too much? My employer was so impactful in this country, like I said. They got recognized for really helping out this Roe versus Wade flip. The abortion right removal. They got recognized for their donations that helped this thing happen. They gave a good chunk. For one donor, that's a lot. And they do that openly too, huh? And I have these people who tell me, oh, no, we canceled you. You can't even say the name I'm wanting to say. Like, you can't say Roy Moore. You forced me to get stimulation toward. I was on the call with this person. I work with people. Some of them are very young adults, just maybe their first job. Some of them look like babies. And I'm looking at her. They're like, oh, they're really giving me stimulation. And it's like, you're pretty, but like you look like a little sister of mine. Like you just look like a baby to me. I would not have, like, if anything, when I look at her, I'm like, I feel kind of like sad. Like, not sad, but like, she looks so innocent, like a child almost. But she's not. She's a grown adult, right? She's working. She's getting employed. She got a job. She get a paycheck. She's. But they're forcing me to get stimulation because she looked like a kid. Just to make I'm like, you wouldn't do that to me. I will not get reaction like that. I will look at you like, oh, you look like a kid to me. I'm not saying you not bad looking, pretty good, but like pretty like a young person. I, I don't see a, but anyways, I get the stimulations. And these people start like getting mad, like, oh, you see, and you compare. It's like you know that this is what they do, and it's been validated. Even that has been validated. Can you imagine somebody saying they do this program perversion and aim it toward young people, children, young people, and children. So young people means also people who are adults but very young, just like her. It's nasty. And you hear these guys like, oh, you're gonna burn and you're gonna burn in vain. It's like, listen, say Roy more. You saw how much you see how much I'm burning in vain? Or how much I'm gonna burn in vain? You can't even say the name of this pedophile. You are here stimulating me every time I look at a child. Or somebody who even looks like a child. And you can't say the name of a pedophile. And those agencies that are gonna cause my burn. You see what's happening? You sold your soul to pedophiles. I was listening to the mass shooting that caused 18 people to die. 18 people died. 18 people died. And you look at you, try to like counter that, talking about you canceled me. You know, I listen to that when I'm in a meeting because I just want to watch, I want to look at them when they do their thing. And, you know, sometimes they tell me, you know what, your speakers are they actually, you're not really muted. So I hope so. I actually kind of want them to hear that. And then they're like, oh no, you're rape, you rapist, you rape. You raped or something like that. I'm like, really? Should we start saying names? Because I know what you're trying to do. You try to make it sound like you're doing it for corny. This woman, you say that I did this to her, but you're involved in a program that's raping women every day till they kill themselves. You brought a black woman. Make me believe that this woman was this corny. And when I say corny, I make the name up. Where is she? I will go to her. I even tried to look for this a person that I haven't seen in almost a decade or so. I tried to trace, okay, if I was in, this place, she was my neighbor. So for this, like if I called them and I like, there's no way. I'll never figure out. FYI, I have my phone. They even tell me I have a kid with her and everything. Like, story. I did not change my phone number until I moved to New York. In 20, actually, I still had the same till 2020. Had the same number. From college to 2020. I'm the most accept. I was, but with what I'm trying to say is, you involved in these things that rapes women, torture them, and push them to kill themselves. You think I'm gonna let you speak for this woman? There was this other woman they were pretending they wanted to pretend like they're doing it for. They start saying no for this woman, Brittany. Brittany, I know, I can get to her. I can talk to her. I can like reach out to her. I can literally send her a message. I say, hey, Brittany, how's life? I haven't talked to you since 11 years or so. Remember me? It's like, yeah, I remember you. How's everything? It's like, good. You have a beautiful family. You guys look happy. It's like, yeah, we look happy. It's like the last time I saw you, we were at this party, which they say they're doing it for her. So you were at this party and at your place. Remember? It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, those are long days. No longer I'm no longer a party girl. Now it's like, okay, so how's everything else? It's like, yeah, just living my best life with my family. It's like, oh, good. Well, good to know. I'm glad that you're living your best life. And it's like, oh, that's that. Okay. The reason why I reach out to her is like, listen, I will go to her. I would never let people involved in a program that can do these horrible things and you guys ignore this and then play femme fatale. Can you imagine? Like I said, imagine that Hitler thing or anything like that where Hitler killed millions of Jews and then comes like, hey, you did this thing to that Jew over there. Or the other Jew. And you're like, what? Okay, let me see those Jews, but you don't talk about those Jews. Right? I'm talking about like people who've been killed or genocide. When there was the genocide of Jews, Hitler, and so imagine somebody like that, but this time, this woman, they're destroying women. And they're like, oh, what you did to this woman or that woman. It's like, oh, yeah, you who is killing all and destroying their life, I cannot let you speak for it. It's like Hitler saying, hey, you heard these Jews. You heard this Jew and that Jew. Well, this man has killed millions of Jews. He's like, what the? It's like, I will never let you, who have done all these things to these Jews, speak for this Jew or this or that Jew. No, where are they? Let me go. Hey, hey. I will never. With the amount of blood that you have on your hand of all these Jews, never. I just pray that these people don't become one of your victims, where their life will be destroyed. That's how I see them. And then they're like, oh, we're doing everything. No. Too much blood on your you know what you're part of. And your gender doesn't change. Your gender does not change the fact that you're involved in a program that torture a lot of women. Women that's literally saying, what kind of female will be involved in that? You're not even a woman. To be involved in a program where you've stalk and torture and torment a woman? And watch and sit back? This is the trash I'm dealing with. I'm sorry, I can never let them live their fantasy. In every way, they've been humiliated. A mass shooting? Pushing a man to lose his mind till he killed 18 people? I prayed to never lose my mind like that. That I don't get my hands dirty in that way. That's disgusting. Let these people do these things. Let this trash do what they do. Not me. Let them die the way they die. I rather suffer and scream and pain and torture in the horrible ways they go and then die than get my hands dirty on this trash. Now that's indignified. Let them live the trashy life that they live. When the time comes, it'll come for them. I'm talking about even people like I know the participants. They'll die their death, the death that needs to be that's the day come for them. That's it. It's okay. God, just don't. Please give me the strength to not dirty myself with their nastiness. I know that means it's gonna be a tougher death for me, but that's more dignified. So to all my target individual, we are dignified, and please watch my videos and hear the disturbingness of it all.